Hello and welcome to Season Quest. My name's Lucy and I play Gracie. I'm going to be joined by my friends Troy and Tom and our DM Charlie as we get into the penultimate episode of Heroes.
Hello dear listeners, and welcome back to Dearth's Point. I'm your host, Darren Dearth. Today's episode, the beginning of the end. The Freedom Fighters' attack on our city has begun. But fear not, dear listeners, the Six are back, and they're here to protect us. Even now, Grasshopper and his sidekick work to stop the madness that is the Freedom Fighters. And as we watch our own Galaxy Squad of Centro betray us too, understand that there is hope in the next generation. Flight School fights back as well. Stay safe, citizens. So you don't get his arms, but he does collapse to the ground, dropping his second staff.
And I'm just like, fucking wait for a second.
He looks up. He says, "Your other friends' weaknesses are pretty obvious, but I think I figured out yours too." He grabs something else from his belt and throws it directly behind him, which careens towards Trickshot.
He can stop it. I threw stuff at him earlier. I've trained him for this. Let's see.
Trickshot catches what it was, and you see it sort of puff out, and it's another like paste-looking thing, and then he starts shaking his hand, and it doesn't come off, and you hear beeping start on it.
Ah! Is it just like a fucking bomb goo? Oh, I haven't figured out how to deal with this shit. Okay, I'm gonna grab one of the staffs, one of the not my staffs. I'll clarify.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like gonna stick into and kind of like try flick it off his hand, like leverage it off.
As you hit the paste on his hand, or sort of try to leverage it off, you can feel the staff get stuck too.
And I'm gonna like try like pull it off and try to actually like as you would actually use like a lever thing, and try use the distance and like the extra speed and stuff to like pull it off his hand.
Yeah. While you're doing that, you hear around you as smaller, more throwable power inhibitors start to latch on to your allies around you. Grasshopper is back in the throw.
Great. Is Chip still in this fight? You still around, Chip?
Chip, you haven't had a power inhibitor land on you yet.
No, I was electrocuted by the one that was on Patient Hero. Am I correct in remembering that Wade has some sort of gloves that can help? I've forgotten the word. Conductive gloves or something? Like, doesn't he have something that can that help with removing this electrified or not?
His gloves are grounded and heat-proof, so, yeah.
Great, well, if he can remove that, my plan originally was for when we all broke free of our immediate dangers to, like, pose together with Bankshot to help show Red Mantis that we were on top of things and a good team, but then Tom teleported away immediately, so I was like, oh, I'll wait and see what I can do instead. So now that, we try and get him free.
Yep. So Wade goes, he grabs it, you can see sort of electricity running down the lining of his gloves all the way down to his boots, and he rips the power inhibitor off.
Yes. Amazing boyfriend. Good on him.
I yell to Chip, "Chip, freeze this goo!"
Oh, the goo. I was going to do something else, but I could do that instead. Oh no, I was going to try and roll a defense roll to try and set up an ice barrier to stop any more of those power inhibitors coming down on us.
This just gives me "It's a Bomb" vibes. It makes beep noises like bombs do, so,
In that case, I'll do that. Would you call that defending or unleashing my powers or engaging a threat, Charlie?
I think that is unleashing your powers. Oh, no. We'll say defend.
Oh, yeah, 7.
Sweet. So the goo stops expanding and it's frozen. You can feel it brittle underneath the bow staff.
I use this and I rip the bow staff away and hopefully shattering the goo and getting most of it, if not all of it, off.
When you shatter it, you see a cloud of pink gas emanate from it and sort of dissipate into the air.
I move away from it as quickly as I can.
Yeah. And as you move away from it, you see Red Mantis standing up with a small sort of half sword in his hand, and the ropes cut underneath him.
Ah.
When I roll a 7 or 9, or 7 to 9 on defend, which I just did, I expose myself to danger or escalate a situation.
You feel behind you a leg sweep, a green leg sweep, as you fall to the floor, and Grasshopper puts his elbow against your neck as you land.
He doesn't strike me as someone who would do well in, like, actual physical combat. He's more of a, like, plays a distance, like, plays the field. So I'm gonna swing at him with the bow staff, like, while he's right in front of me.
Nice. Yeah. It definitely does seem that Red Mantis is the fighter, and Grasshopper is more, like, support the battlefield situation. You're definitely right on that. So you go to swing at him. He looks completely surprised. Directly engage your threat, please.
That is an 8.
Nice.
I'm gonna create an opportunity for allies again. Like knock him over so everyone else can, like, go do their shit, and I'll do what I did with Red Mantis almost, and, like, kind of be ready to fight him off and stuff. Don't let him do anything.
You knock him across the face with your staff, and he tumbles off of Snowflake Supreme, giving him an opportunity, of course, to stand up.
And I do.
He gathers himself, sort of brushes off some of the dirt from the road and asphalt, and he raises his fists, and 2 sort of grasshopper-looking devices extend from his arms. Sort of like a Wolverine thing, almost.
Wolverine if he had grasshopper claws?
Yeah, but they're not from his body, they're from his suit.
Ah.
I yell to Trickshot, go find Fissure.
He runs towards the alley that he saw them go to.
And I keep fighting him. This guy.
You start exchanging blows with Grasshopper. You think you feel definitely you have more of an upper hand here than you did with Red Mantis.
I know Trickshot just ran to find me, but I have something that I've forgotten about, as we often do, that could help me out in this situation.
Is it an animal?
Yeah. As I vibrate, I sort of, like, whisper out. I'm like, come on, Beefquake.
Meow. Beefquake curls up beside you and notices that it's hard to curl up beside you because you're going all over the place.
Yeah. And I sort of try my best to angle any part of my body towards the sound marble that is currently causing me to go fucking haywire. My kidney is in a trash can right now. It's not the greatest feeling.
Beefquake notices your small intestine pointing towards the marble, walks up to it, grabs it in its mouth, sort of around the spike that Grasshopper chucked down, and then falls into the ground with it, stopping the sound from hitting you.
Oh, the marble in its mouth. I thought the cat just picked up Fissure's small intestine and dragged it. But that is so gross.
This will solve our problems.
And as the sound disappears, I start to reconstitute again, blinking all my body back together. And I go, okay, Beefquake, thank you. Come back without the marble.
Beefquake comes back up from the ground without the marble.
I grab him and I'm like, okay, buddy, we got something we gotta do, okay? And I want to charge back towards the area, trying to keep a little quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, okay, Beefquake, I know you're not, like, fluent in English, but you gotta understand this, okay? Here's the plan. You're gonna sneak in, get inside Grasshopper Guy's tech stuff, okay? Hopefully that should sort of scramble it a little bit because you're sort of pushing your way through some tech stuff. I don't know how that all works. I'm gonna use that opportunity to pound him in the back of the head alongside everyone else who's beating him up, okay?
Meow.
Good chat. I give him a little cat fist bump.
What I did there was when Tom was telling me what to do, I got myself in the mind of a cat and only half listened.
Great. I'm hoping that something happens.
I heard Grasshopper a lot, so.
Because I want to use my ability, Come On Beefquake, to get a +1 to whatever I roll.
Nice. Okay. You see Beefquake run out the alley towards where Grasshopper is.
What can I see in terms of, like, the fight? Like, how is this going? Grasshopper's fighting
Bankshot.
Bankshot. Is Snowflake fighting Grasshopper too, or is Snowflake fighting Red Mantis?
Currently, Red Mantis is making his way towards Chip. Snowflake Supreme.
I've just stood up from the ground. I was knocked down with a leg sweep, but now I'm just stood up next to Bankshot, and I'll probably start charging my burn when I do.
Yeah. And Trickshot is on his way towards you, but he sees you sort of just at the mouth of the alley, and he stops, and he's like, "Do I?"
Shh.
Okay.
You can do trick shots, right?
Yeah, I can still do that.
Okay, cool. I have a trick shot that I want you to do.
Okay.
I wanted to use this with Bankshot, though. It's much cooler to use it with Bankshot than with
He says that
You saying that out loud to him?
He's like, yeah, I hear that a lot. I just tag along with that.
You know what, trick shot? I am gonna save this for with my teammate because I'm sorry you don't have the same knuts.
That's so fucking funny.
Okay.
Can you throw a rock over this way, and I'm gonna teleport my leg so it looks like I'm walking that way? Can you do that?
Yeah, I can throw a rock.
Yeah, okay. Throw a rock
Specific way.
over this alleyway. I want him to think that I'm coming from a different direction. So I pass him the rock,
Yeah. No, pass
And I
me
won't-
the rock.
and I want him to toss it, and I want to teleport my leg so that it looks like I'm walking into that alleyway.
Yeah. He tosses it. You do the teleport thing, and Grasshopper hears it. 2 more antennae extend from his mask, and he turns towards the point of the sound. At the same time, Beefquake has just caught up to where Grasshopper is, bites him on the leg, and then sinks him a foot into the ground.
And I want to clang his head together with 2 solid fists to the skull, and that's gonna give Bankshot an opportunity to actually just fucking end this dude. So
Yep.
I'm gonna gong him right now, okay? As
Yeah.
hard as I can.
Go for it. This is with your +1 from Beefquake.
Unleash my powers or directly engage a threat? Which one?
Directly engage. And you might even get a team pool from Lucy, who's currently fighting Grasshopper. If you want. If you need it.
And
Yeah.
I rolled an 8 to charge my powers, so I've done that. I have 3 burn. I am charged and ready to fight
Nice.
Red Mantis in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. I got a 4.
Alright, so here's what happens. You go to gong where his head was, but because Beefquake just sank him into the ground a foot, you just clap above his head.
Fuck.
I take the fact he's been sunken into the ground and he can't like move away from me or anything, and I just kick him in the chest. Tonk.
Yep. Yeah. Sweet.
That is a 10.
Beauty. You snap the emblem on his chest,
Yes.
and yeah, the sound sort of signals that were coming from him, Fissure, stop, and he looks a little bit more panicked, and he starts going for things in his belt.
Can I use my things I get from directly engaging a threat?
Yep.
Take something from him, like whatever he's going for, I just like pull it out of his reach. I'm like, no. And when I do that, I'm just like, fucking stop. And I want to like, almost like impress him. I want them to like realize we're
Yep.
good heroes and we know what we're doing. We're actually trying to help.
You pull off his whole belt, and you're holding it away from him, out of arm's reach. And he stops. He raises his hands.
Lucy, you've now got an asteroid belt and a whole belt, so congrats. That's so many belts.
What can I say? I'm just fucking styling. I accessorize.
We're back in the early 2000s. You have a lot of belts.
Your pants never fall down, yet somehow they're still baggy.
I'll go back to you in a second, Lucy,
Yeah, go.
because Red Mantis is still in action. He is at almost like a full sprint towards you, Snowflake Supreme, and as he gets within hitting distance, he jumps and flips around you and goes to punch you in the back of the head.
I call up a fast protective field to stop a danger and spend 1 burn doing so. Oh no, it's to defend someone else. Never mind. I can do the same thing. I can create a construct. Yeah, I do that.
Yep.
I create a construct so that it stops him from hitting me, and I want to drop it and immediately send a burst of ice straight at him, and I want to directly engage him as a threat.
Absolutely. You hear your ice wall that you just dropped shatter, and you turn around and blast another cold front at him.
Oh yeah, that's an 8.
Nice. He takes a powerful blow as he's knocked to the ground with this ice blast.
Yeah.
And he looks, at this point, afraid.
Snowman's going to get between me and my man.
Frosty rocks up and gets between you two.
And then he looks impressed. And he looks towards where Grasshopper is standing, a foot shorter at this point. And he, too, puts his hands up.
I'll walk over. I imagine they don't have powers, right? They're just guys who are really good at fighting.
Yeah.
I want to just kind of walk over and be like, hey, gang. So, since we beat you, we have time to quickly go over a couple things. One, incredibly rude to use sound against me in such a way. Really
That could kill him.
uncomfortable. It could kill me. I was in a lot of pain. So not cool. Keep that in mind. Two, we're going to do this whether you like it or not. So,
Grasshopper speaks up. He says, you know who you're going against.
Yeah, the whole fucking six and, light bulb and shit. Who cares?
In all honesty, kids, they sent us because they didn't really think they needed the whole team.
Yeah.
That's so fucking rude.
Ouch.
I mean, in fairness, I'm pretty honored that we got, top 3 best members, to come fight us. 'Cause you guys are pretty strong. So,
And there's 2 of you.
And there's 2 of you.
Grasshopper's beaming, but Red Mantis is just sort of, at this point, scowling and, holding his tongue.
Literally.
While we have you stop for a second, I want to try explain why what we're doing is right. And I know this just sounds like crazy manifesto shit, but
Yeah, so Red Mantis speaks up at this point. He's like, yeah, go ahead, do your monologue. We've heard it thousands before.
I want to stick my hand in his mouth. It never fails. People just shut up the moment you put a hand in their mouth.
Lucy, if you're tired of doing the monologue, Memory Bank could always come over, put their hand on your shoulder and say it for you. That way you've got to think of plans going forward.
Here, just
And
start
that way it's
thinking
also
about that.
these are actual memories and not just I'm saying these things.
Do you guys know the villain Exposition?
Yeah, we've heard of him.
I play the footage of Lightbulb contacting Exposition. Lightbulb is the one who tried to get the villains to overthrow us. Because a very convoluted plan about if you don't do it Lightbulb's way, you need to die. That's why he wanted to kill a lot of Earthpoints and stuff who wouldn't conform.
So you're like a pawn, basically.
Yeah.
In Lightbulb's crazy game of robot chess. Also, Lightbulb's not a robot, he's a real human with a brain, and we're gonna destroy the brain. That's
Lightbulb's
the plan.
Edison from the original team.
The butler.
Yeah. The butler always did it.
The butler sounds like such a the butler. When you say it in that voice, it sounds like you're insulting someone. Oh, you're such a butler, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kinda.
I know, right?
It doesn't really matter necessarily if you believe us because we're gonna do it anyways. I guess the point here is you guys just need to not get in
Maybe
our
you
way.
could convince the rest of the 6. Maybe.
We're just delivering cold hard facts. You've got to not freeze up and accept the truth.
I know when I'm bettered. Red Mantis doesn't yet, but he'll get it.
He's literally 12.
He's a good kid.
You
And I
say
think
we're
you guys-
15.
You guys are good kids, too. And with Patient Hero here at Memory Bank, I think it would be unwise of me not to trust you.
I appreciate that.
Yay!
I'm gonna step back, but I can't say the same for the rest of the 6.
I hold out my pinky. Pinky promise? You pinky promise you're gonna step back?
He puts out his pinky. I never break a pinky promise.
I wrap my pinky around his tap thumbs to show that it's locked and promised. Okay, I trust this guy. Beefquake, let him out.
Very good.
He rises above the ground, sort of moves his feet about, extends his hoppers, which are sort of like those kangaroo boot extendo
Yeah.
things. Have you seen those before? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna sit this one out. I can't fight my teammates. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, we get it.
That's fair enough.
again,
I turn to Trick Shot and just kind of whisper, "Do we give them a communicator? Like, does Paul? Should that be something we like keep them in communications with? We just leave them?"
You hear over your radios. Their costumes are directly connected to Lightbulb. I don't think it's wise giving him a communicator, something that can be hacked into.
Good call.
good call.
I turned to
Good
Red
call.
Mantis. I'm like, hey, just like out of curiosity, what the fuck was that pink gas you fired at us? In the fucking goo? In his goo?
Sleep gas. We don't kill.
That's good.
Much.
Anymore.
We did almost kill the teleporting one, but everyone else we don't kill. Try to avoid it. It's the last resort.
Sometimes it happens.
Okay, guys, ready to continue on to the tower?
I'm ready to rock and roll. Hey, no skin off my game.
Let's rock and roll.
I do feel like I've just had a heart attack, so I am like kind of sore, but I'm good to go.
Hopefully, the wheel team can take care of any other distractions that are out here between us and the tower, like they were meant to. The Galaxy Squad.
Grasshopper speaks up and he says, It's worth noting that we knew exactly where you were the whole time.
Ah, fuck it, we
Civilian.
keep going. Civilian, I know.
I mean, there's not much we can do about that. We can't talk to the city and say, hey, please don't tell him, please don't knock.
Please don't
Maybe
knock.
we can't. Hey, city, please don't knock. I've lived here my whole life, except for when I lived in New York. I've lived here for like a year and a bit. However long I've been, whole life. I went to school here. I don't remember. I'm one of those guys that kept my accent despite the fact that I fucking whatever. Please don't knock on us.
Pretty please.
We're trying to do a good thing.
A little bit defeated, just because obviously he thought he was doing so well, creating all those icy mists and clouding and hiding everyone, and he has just found out that obviously it didn't actually help. But it means he gets to conserve his power and energy and focus it on the battle going forward.
Yeah.
High five.
Good luck, freedom fighters.
Thank you.
Hey, we won't need it.
And he bounces away. And then Red Mantis just is like, rolls his eyes and runs after him.
I give a little wave as he goes, just so smug.
No, I
Yeah.
love the little Christmas bugs. Green and red, away they go.
Christmas bugs. Good.
You know, I said that they were top 3, but they're more like bottom 3. But I didn't want to be rude about
But like
it.
fourth.
Yeah, number 4 is still respectable, I guess, but it's still bottom.
That's
3.
top 5 out of 6.
It's worth noting that they sent the only unpowered ones in the 6 to you, and it was a very difficult fight.
Shut the fuck up, Paul.
Yeah, but Civilian's powers are that he can talk to cities, and Lifeline's powers is that he can't die. So I think we're chill. Because we weren't going
I'm
to kill
chill.
him anyways. Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, I think we're relaxed.
Hopefully, some of the powered people were getting, they were in battle with Galaxy or Wheel Squad. Surely, we just haven't seen it. Like a minute from now, Charlie's just like, "Oh, did I not mention Mantis actually took out both of those teams before coming to you
On the
guys?
way, yeah.
Everyone else is dead."
Fissure is the only one that's left.
And he's currently scaling the building with his fishing rod.
Y'all are in real trouble.
I
right.
guess we continue to the tower.
Alright, that was your first first taste of fighting the 6.
It was
Cool.
tough.
You see the tower before you, this time completely lit up as the city has received its power back. And you see just chaos. Galaxy Squad and Wheel Team fighting off Flight School and Cage Free as best they can. They seem similarly matched, but it's a tough fight, and both sides are struggling.
Thank God the
But
Daemon
they're
aren't
fully
there.
distracted. Daemon aren't there.
Okay, guys, time for the plan. As I said, Bankshot, hold my finger.
I take it.
I hand back. I kind of just put my pinky in Bankshot's hand,
This is so weird.
and I sort of concentrate for a little while. I make that face like you make when you're like really focusing on something.
You're biting your tongue.
And my fingers, I'm biting my tongue. My fingers blink. My hands blink away. My arm shoulder, chest, head, legs, arm, hand, and then all that's left is that little pinky, which is like sort of glowing like a sort of light blue. As I blink all of my body, except for my left pinky, into the filament. I'm sure Beefquake follows.
Yeah, Beefquake follows. As you do that, you feel yourself moving through almost a sort of barrier, one of sound that you sort of go around so it doesn't affect you, and one of spatial energy that you can almost feel the emotions off of, and you feel recognition, sadness, and acceptance.
And when I do teleport into this building, I have Beefquake next to me. The fuck was that? What do I see in the building once I teleport in?
You see fog filling up every inch of the space you're in.
It's not me, I swear.
You hear...
Do I think he knows that I'm in here? Probably not, right?
Probably not. You think most likely they're preparing the lower levels.
Yeah. I say to my communicator, hey Paul, where am I going to open these doors?
There should be a access point about 6 clicks away from you, to your north.
That's so fucking far away.
Earthpoint 9 clicks are different from our Earth clicks.
It's how long it takes you to, like, click your fingers and walk like your West Side Story.
I open up the compass app on my phone. Okay, north is this way. Got it.
Yep.
And I start to head towards that direction. I'm kind of sneaking because I don't want anyone to know that I'm here.
Yep.
If I come across Foghorn, I'll just plug him up.
Yep. And as you get closer, the sound of the foghorn itself grows louder. And you get to almost where you think you need to go, and you can see him just blasting fog into the air.
I've dealt with him.
Unaware of you.
Is anyone else nearby? Just him.
At this point, you can only see just him.
So, time for the classic technique. I stick my arm in his mouth. And I rush up to him and I'm like, hey, Foghorn, I'm going to need you to be quiet real quick and stop blasting fog. I'm willing to let you go and just do your thing. This is kind of pretty important for me to do. Is that okay? You chill with that? Nod? Yes or no?
He nods yes. He's fought you before and he's pretty scared.
Yeah, I teleport my arm back. Why don't you just, I'm about to open the front door. Why don't you just go out through that, eh?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. All right, man. I hope things have been good.
They haven't.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I've got I was thinking about you recently, you know, and I think we could work something out. Anyways, I gotta go to this control room. Stay misty, my friend, you know?
Huh.
Okay. Do you want to, like, stick with me and you can walk with me to this area? Just in case someone comes along, you can be like, my prisoner, you know? And then you'll look so cool.
I'd like that.
Okay, come on, then. I hold his hand. And I walk with him towards the room that I'm trying to get to.
So fucking cute.
Yep. And you walk by, on your way, wood chip. Ah, we've already caught
punch him
one
in
of
the
the
face.
freedom
I don't care about wood chip, man. I pound him in the mouth. Hit him in the temple. He's done for me. There's nothing about him.
I thought we were gonna do like a prisoner thing. You just knocked him out.
It's wood chip. He's a different guy. If it was like, I don't know, like space
Literally
guy
anyone
or...
else.
Yeah, but it's wood chip. He's probably the worst guy ever made. I'll grab one of my power inhibitors off my belt that I have and I'll clip it onto wood chip.
Yep.
Sweet, so he's good. I lean him up against a wall. Don't vomit now.
All right, and you get yourself to the control room.
And I plug in the USB that Paul gave me, and it runs through the keys to open the doors, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the keypads go from a yellow glow to a blue glow, and you have control of the doors.
Okay, guys, I got control of the doors. I am gonna be opening the West Bay door because that's where we are. Who's ready to fucking rumble?
Let's do this.
It's time to get chilly. I'll work on it.
I open up the door. Fog will pour out.
Yeah, fog pours out into the city.
Foghorn, I was thinking about this. I've been recently learning how to control my powers better. Fog is just like water, right? So if you condense it, you could become like a water fountain, like a hose. Or alternatively, just kind of think about maybe thinning it out more so it's less foggy, and then it should just be sort of a regular amount of moisture in the air. Do you reckon you could do that?
I could try. Yeah.
Yeah, do your best, man. Hey, I believe in you.
And you see him sort of like
grab his shoulder and give it a squeeze.
Yeah, you see him sort of hold his breath almost for a while, and then a glob of water just lands on the floor.
And now let's try the opposite. Let's control your breathing. Let's in, out. And instead of breathing out all that fog, it'll come out as a light mist. Maybe. How does that sound? I can see you sighing, man. Just let it out like a regular breath, like, chill, calm. You don't gotta try so hard. I know it's really tough being, a foghorn, but you're your own guy. You can be whatever you want to be. So just keep breathing, keep calm, and carry on. Took me a while to learn that, eh?
A light mist sort of just wisps out of his foghorn head.
And there's no more fog? He's not fogging? That was perfect,
Sort of stopped,
man.
He stopped fogging.
That was so good. I told you could do it. You just had to believe in yourself and have someone help you along the way.
You guys, your friend Bankshot, I've never been talking to like that before. In a good way.
Well, Foghorn, it's because we care,
I didn't really get to talk to the other one.
I know it's tough, when it seems like nobody cares about what you are or who you are, and nobody will ever understand, but there's always someone, you know what I mean? Even if it's just me, Bankshot, or the other guy.
Speaking of the other guy, what are you guys up to?
Running in.
Yeah, I guess we're heading in. I mean, if we can, we should.
Yeah. You run into the West Bank door. The fog is starting to clear now that it has an escape point. And around you, you see cameras pointed at the door. You see a figure at the end of the hall.
Who? He's choosing.
Good question. Who haven't we seen in a while?
We don't need to do anything about the cameras, I imagine. I imagine they know we're in the building.
Yeah.
I could disable the cameras probably if we wanted to.
Otherwise, I mean, I'm sure I can go bang, 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 and take them out with ice. And if not, I'm pretty sure the person I'm with, Bankshot, also has perfect aim and can take them out pretty easily.
Yeah. You hear the figure say, "This is where you stop." And you feel that feeling.
Hate Cold Space. He's my least favorite.
You'd think I'd get on better with Cold Space, but no.
From where I am, because can we still move our arm stuff, or are we just stuck in place?
He likes to let your heads stay unfrozen so that he can talk.
Trickshot, do some fucking magic.
Trickshot looks down at his hands that are now currently frozen. He's like, hey, Cold Space. What? I've got a deck of cards in my back pocket. Pick a card.
He goes, the 8 of hearts, and then Trickshot spits a card at him.
That's so much cooler than that I was gonna do.
Okay, Charlie, let's hear what you're gonna do as Trickshot. Come on, let's see what cool thing you've got planned.
No, I want to do Tom's thing.
No, we're gonna do your one. I want to hear what nerdy shit you've got planned.
Sorry, Charlie. I know I'm a magician.
Can I say what I was gonna do and then do Tom's thing? Because it's cooler.
Yeah, fine.
I was going to, in Superman 2, when he shoots the S out of his chest.
Yeah, and it becomes...
And it wraps around a guy.
a
I was
foil.
gonna have Cold Space literally walk up and pick the card out of his back pocket, and then that wraps around him.
That's not that. That's pretty cool.
That implies Cold Space would come and pick a card.
Yeah, I think that's the uncool part.
I assumed that, the card would appear in Cold Space's pocket or something, and he'd pull it out and be like, "It is my card," and it would explode. But I love that just spits the card into his face.
Just like a
Alright.
real magician would do.
Yeah.
So what's the
Yep.
true reality, Charlie?
So Cold Space says, "The Three of Hearts, of course."
I can't believe he's entertaining this.
Who
Oh,
doesn't
guys,
love magic?
Guys, we're the Three of Hearts. We're the Three Hearts.
Oh,
the Freedom
yes.
Fighters.
I just want to say, there is literally, if you are in a position where someone asks you to pick a card, there is no shot that I am not going to pick a card. Like, that is my...
Yeah, absolutely.
I think even if I was being held at gunpoint and someone was like, pick a card, I'd be like, all right.
Oh, sweet.
Three of Hearts?
This is my final meal, seeing the magic trick.
Trickshot smiles. A card sort of peeks out between his teeth, and he spits, and it hits Cold Space right in between the eyes, knocking him back and freeing you from your frozen state.
That's so
I immediately take this opportunity to, like, throw a ball at him, like, while he's knocked back to try to, like, keep him off balance.
Yeah, so he's sort of stumbling back. You throw another ball at him. He lands on the floor after getting hit in the forehead with your chuck.
Chip, freeze him.
Okay. And I want to, I guess, unleash my powers and try and freeze him.
Yep.
I rolled a 6.
I mean, you've been helped.
Freak is 3. I got a 9
never
without
mind.
any help.
But if you make it a 10,
Yeah.
it's not unstable or temporary.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I take one from the team pool or use the help.
Yep. Sweet. He's absolutely frozen to the floor. And he... are you leaving his mouth open or anything?
No, I don't want... No, he can
His
just
nose
stay
opens so he can
frozen.
breathe.
Yeah, okay, he can breathe through his nose.
At this point, small-time villains don't matter to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
just
he's
needs to
taken
be
care of.
put in his place and stay there so that we can move on.
Yeah, sweet.
Guys, don't let Fissure hear me say this, but we've got bigger fish to fry.
I turned to Trickshot. I'm like, wow, that was so cool. I can't believe you came up with it all by yourself.
I had some help. Some sort of voice whispered in my ear.
I'm the answer.
And
Bit of a dick.
we carry on up. Stairs or elevator, team? Can
You
we
never
hack the
take an
elevator?
elevator in emergencies.
Can we hack the elevator, though?
If we take the elevator, Lightbulb could shut it down, which is kind of not good. Also, by the way, hey, look, I taught Foghorn how to make mist.
Nice.
Hey guys.
Oh, great! So my mist not
Hi,
only
Foghorn.
didn't work, now we've got someone who can make mist better than me. That's real cool.
Ugh.
Watch, do the water thing, Foghorn. Isn't that
Splash.
cool? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I
I-
haven't quite figured out how to just make pure water yet.
I very quietly say, definitely so Foghorn can't hear me, but so Trickshot can. I'm like, there's too much to do with people's mouths. I fucking hate it here. Too much mouth shit.
This is a Vor podcast.
No.
Good old
Reverse
mist
ball
mouth.
podcast. Foghorn, do you want to stay down here so that we can go up and fight the bad guy?
You can just get out of here.
You can't. Yeah, just get out of here. Leave. Get. Foghorn, you can get
Foghorn.
out of here. I want to talk to you after this is done, though. I think we can really work something out here. Help you out.
Yeah, I'll leave, but I'll stick around the area.
Okay. Hey, man. You do you.
Bye.
Let's go.
Bye.
All right, taking the stairs.
I don't know. If we take the elevator, I know it's going to stop, and then we're going to have to fucking get out of an elevator and climb up an elevator shaft, which would be a pretty cool spectacle.
You're right.
Let's just do
So-
stairs. It's boring, but it's easy.
Stairs allows Charlie to introduce other villains for us to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, as we go up each level.
Let's trick shot up these stairs.
As you rise the levels, the stairs sink into a sort of slide thing, and oil starts leaking from the sides.
I catch
I'll
myself on a banister.
Yeah, I'll grab onto a railing, and I'll grab anyone who can't also grab onto a railing.
Yeah. Patient Hero and Memory Bank look like they're struggling, definitely.
Yeah, so I'll grab Memory Bank because I know that he's a lot less durable.
And I'll grab
Yeah.
Patient Hero.
Sweet.
No, that's dumb.
Are we gonna ice the stairs?
No, I was going to create an ice construct like underneath us / behind us that we could have and try and push us, like carry us up the stairs like a...
That's not dumb.
It's kind of dumb.
Nah, do it. It's good.
Yeah, okay. I let myself fall back and I want to create an ice construct like a kind of, like a bulldozer bucket kind of thing on a digger. I kind of want to make like a bucket so that I can scoop everyone up and use my powers to just kind of force that up the stairs, and I just want to get us all up there as safely as we can.
You didn't take the elevator, but you made an elevator.
Yeah.
The elevator with the friends we met along the way.
The ice escalator.
Ooh.
All right. You start rising on your ice elevator.
Sure.
Troy, do you got a word? You got a pun for this, surely?
No, I liked Tom's one where it was an ice escalator, because that is the best one. Like, it's not really moving stairs, but, like, I feel like it could or should be.
Yeah. And above you, you see, for a moment, see me. And then you all see yourselves.
Now you see me, now you don't.
All of us.
All of you. I've been practicing.
I play this like a fucking third-person video game, and I just look at me and make sure I'm still standing in the right way and keeping an eye on Patient Hero, Memory Bank, whoever I'm looking after.
Yeah. Who look confused for the moment, because they haven't fought See Me before.
Can I grab Simi and teleport him down onto the escalator with us?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just do that.
I just
Cool.
keep moving the escalator. Like, I'm just like, focus on what I'm doing. I can even close my eyes because I'm just following the stairs.
Beauty.
Oh,
and he...
also, just so that it's obvious to everyone, I have clicked the button on my shoes so that the skate part of it does shoot out, and I am skating up the oiled staircase. Yeah, of
Very
course,
good.
that's how that works.
Very good. I love
Otherwise, maybe instead of skates, because that doesn't make sense because I'm going upstairs, maybe it's more of like a snow ice shoe, like for when you're going up like a mountain, like that kind of more solidy spiked kind of.
Yeah, they're adaptable, so they
Yeah.
turn into sort of climbing spikes.
Yeah.
when we're like still moving and once Simi's like down with us, I'm using like my ability to look at angles and like figure out all of that to try figure it out from a third person perspective, which I think is more
Fuck
difficult,
yeah.
but if anyone could, it would be me.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to like throw punches and stuff
Yeah.
and like throw balls and like hit him with my stick, all while looking at me third person, like I'm hitting myself and I'm trying to like get through that mental block to do it.
Yeah, you do that. You figure it out very quickly with your angle sort of vision, and throwing a few punches, you chuck him off behind you. He slides down safely to the bottom row and outside of his range, and your vision returns.
Yay!
Another one down, only,
Another one down quite a few flights of stairs.
yeah.
I was thinking, with Simi, I just had like an epiphany, so I'm gonna act on that after this as well. But I yell down, "Hey, Simi, don't die. Just chill there for a moment."
I don't plan to.
I got a plan for him. He's, I think I can work something out. I'm totally chilling.
Lovely.
Chilling with the villains, eh?
As you approach the top, you feel the air around you grow still. It vibrates at a certain frequency for a second, and Rift shows up in the middle of you all. You're done. And your vision blasts with light. And as you sort of come to, you're in Egypt, surrounded by sand. Pyramids off in the distance.
Well,
Oh.
And Rift, for a second, looks at you, Fissure, and he says, "I told you not to get into this," and he disappears.
as he disappears, can I put my hand on his shoulder?
Yep.
And now, my hand is wherever he is.
Yep.
And I do have a limit to how far I can teleport my hand, but we never said anything about how far I can teleport back to somewhere that's
No.
let's say my tether.
Absolutely. And the fact is that Rift doesn't know about your sort of new training with your abilities. He doesn't know that you can get back like this.
Hey gang, I hope you've enjoyed Egypt, because I sure have. Look at that camel. And I grab everyone and sort of bring them into a really tight clutch, hoping that I'm touching all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to teleport back to my arm.
I won't have you roll for that. I think that's fair.
Amazing.
You make me do Unleash My Powers. I fail. We're stuck in Egypt. There's no way back. We have to get a fucking plane.
That would suck.
If there's any way, can we have taken a quick Egypt selfie? Just a quick photo of Bankshot, Fissure, me, Beefquake, Aid, Trickshot, Patient Hero, and Memory Bank. And is there someone else?
No, that's it.
No. And we
I made sure to snap a picture of you all in Egypt when you guys were like hugging for that teleportation thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
In the background, you see Disney Plus's Moon Knight filming.
And you're now at the top of the tower in the center room.
And when we teleport in, I want to tap my dad on the shoulder and then just punch him in the face. I love punching people in the face.
Yeah. He feels that tap. He turns around and he looks so fucking surprised as he takes a punch to the face.
Then he feels that tap.
Dad, I gotta tell you something. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll never
Damn.
be able to teleport like you, because I can teleport a little better. And I want to sock him in the stomach.
Yeah, he's still like paused in shock and he takes that punch to the stomach. And as that happens, you hear a rumble and you feel the room shake. And you see Dr. Density phase through the ceiling, floating just above you all. You see Citavillian and Lifeline stand at attention from where they were sitting and sort of get into semi-combat poses. And Snowflake Supreme, you see Ice Skate stand up, look at you, and say, "Not cool."
No, this is too cool. And I guess I'm going to launch myself forward, getting ready to directly engage if the others are, if that seems like the vibe.
I guess it
Yeah,
is.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's do this.
I give a glance toward Wade, and I just nod, and then if he nods,
back.
He does? Oh, good. I blow him a kiss, and I said, "You'll get the actual thing later. Let's do this."
I turned my head to the team, and I go, "I got my dad. I hope you guys can take on the rest."
Your
Sure
dad's
can.
dead now, by the way.
I killed my
Rift
dad.
is dead. He got punched in the head and stomach, and he was surprised.
Let's each take one, and then we can kind of like team up and do other stuff once we've sort of gotten the ball rolling.
Oh, true, there's 6 of us and only 5 of them. We've got this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we already beat up one of them.
We're 4.5 heroes. The half isn't
Who-
Beefquake, it's Trickshot.
Who do I take? Trickshot says.
I gestured to like Lifeline and Civilian. I'm like, them, I guess. Just keep an eye out if we need help, okay?
Yeah. And the room goes dark. And you see outside the windows, the whole city goes dark.
Of course.
Light bulb.
Light bulb. I'm gonna take Dr. Density. That's how I'm gonna go for. Let's do this.
All right.
Who's first?
I imagine I'm supposed to go for Ice Kate, but I'm like, should Wade go after Ice Kate? No, wait, what if he gets frozen again? I guess I should
Just
go
work
after
together.
Ice
You
Kate.
guys are great together.
Aw, thanks. I'm so glad you support my relationship.
And your fighting relationship.
Yes.
Both are good.
We're actually going to become a duo as soon as he goes to space, and we're going to call ourselves Cold Space.
Can I say, I made that joke last session. But you know what? That's okay.
Okay, Tom, you can make it next session. Granted, that'll be season 8, but hey.
Do it as
Just
well,
make
it'll
it
be
then.
funny.
Cold space.
Good on. Who's first?
Let's go with Fissure.
Cool.
Fighting they dad.
I've already said my line to my dad about how
Yeah.
I'm better than him, so...
Rift looks up after sort of taking a sock in the stomach. He furrows his brow and he says, "Yeah, I'm sorry I have to do this, son.
You're really not.
I won't hurt you too bad."
You won't hurt me at all.
He
I got
grabs
a
your-
line, man. I got a line for everything.
He grabs your arm and teleports. He teleports back, grabs your other arm, and teleports.
Cool. I'm not going with them, just the arms?
Just the arms.
Yeah, I'll zip to my arms, I guess.
And he's waiting there at the other arm, and he socks you right in the fucking face.
I should have seen that one coming.
Wait, are your limbs just actually detachable, or just Rift has the ability to detach his limbs?
Rift can probably detach my limbs because he's utilizing... The way that my powers work versus his powers, he moves the universe when he teleports.
Right.
I move... My arms move with the universe. So if he teleports and my arm goes with him, it's because my arm is moving with the universe. Which is why I know that I can beat him. I go, okay, should have seen that one coming, for sure.
Fissure.
Fissure. What I want to do is, like, as I'm, like, rubbing my finger on my, like, lip, without him noticing, I want to teleport my arm, which is not connected to my hand anymore, and then my other arm, and pull him into a headlock, and then knee him right in the groin.
Sweet. Directly engage your threat, please.
I really wish I didn't have -2 to this. 4.
Okay. You grab him in a headlock.
Guys, I'm not going to be able to beat my dad.
He disappears for a second and then comes back exactly where he was, but you feel a blast of force. He, you think, probably went to a space with a lot less air pressure and sunk all the air in and then let it all fucking release when he teleported back, and you take a powerful blow.
Ooh.
Gotcha. I will use I am not my body to use 2 less condition roll as if I had 2 less conditions marked.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a 10. So this is not going good. I'm not fighting my dad good. I have to lose control of my powers in a terrible way. So how does that happen, Charlie?
All right. Your body parts all sort of teleport independently on their own. You're losing that center connection, that tether, and it's getting harder and harder to concentrate on each individual part.
Yeah, I kind of like realizing that this is happening. I'm backsliding into the way I used to be.
Yeah.
And my face, my hands, everything's teleporting. I grab my head into my arms, and I just kind of like really quickly, I want to blink out of that area wherever me and my dad are. I want to blink into like a quiet, dark place. And I pull up Beefquake, and I want Beefquake to comfort or support me.
You blink into a space you've been before. It's a private, silent, empty void. And Beefquake curls up around you, and you feel the warmth around your neck, and you feel comforted.
Yeah.
Aww.
Rift teleports right into the space in front of you. I can follow you anywhere.
With this comfort or support, do I remove a condition or?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, I'm removing my afraid.
He's not afraid.
And I look up at Rift and I'm like, yeah, you can. I can also follow you anywhere. I don't know why I ever thought that you were better than me in any way, shape, or form. Because I literally can do exactly what you can do, but more. And I want to prove that to you right now. Is that okay, Dad? Do you want to teleport somewhere like, I don't fucking know, Egypt? And I swing a fist right towards his face.
And he disappears.
And as he does that, my arm had already been disconnected from space. It follows him with the universe. And I pound him right in the jaw. Hopefully. Watch me roll like a 3. Oh. And Beefquake was there for the +1.
Yep.
So I got a 7.
And you feel your fist connect. And you feel heat on your skin. And sand in the air.
And I want to... Can I go back to that tether where my arm is?
Yep.
And I follow with it. And every body part follows at once. And as I follow through, I headbutt, I punch, I kick. I kind of just like surprise him with a random flurry of hits.
He's taking those. Alright, let's get to another person while you're in Egypt. Chip?
Thank you for listening. You can find us at Season Quest Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you're back next week for the final episode of Heroes.